Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming a Halloween tutorial and I'm really excited to be doing this. So this is going to be for an Aqua-Goddess kind of look, so I hope you guys enjoy and let's get started with the makeup. So first off, I've already applied a primer. This is the Benefit Girl Meets Pearl primer and it's going to give me a really dewy finish after I've applied my foundation. And then I skipped showing you guys my foundation, but I used the Mary Kay full coverage foundation and then my Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques and the Ultra Brand Beauty Sponge just because I thought it would be easier and it's pretty basic how I apply foundation. So now that that is out of the way, I'm using my e.l.f. Complete Coverage Concealer little palette and it has 4 different concealers and I have the lightest shade. And so first off, I'm taking the very lightest concealer in the palette and I'm applying that to my under eyes and to basically the high points of my face because this tutorial is going to be basically a lot of contouring and a lot of highlighting for the face because we are going for a sleek kind of dewy finished Aqua-Goddess kind of feel. So I'm just applying the lightest shade of concealer to any of the higher points on my face, and then I'm using that second shade in for my actual blemishes because this one matches my skin tone. So I'm applying that to some of the redness on my cheeks as well as some blemishes that I have going on right now. And then to help me with the contouring we'll be doing later, I'm using the darkest shade in the palette, which isn't that much darker than my skin tone, but definitely darker than my skin, and I'm just applying that to the hollows of my cheeks, and then I don't think I put it anywhere else, so just the hollows of my cheeks. And then once I am done applying that there, I am just going to be blending all of this concealer into my skin and make it look a lot more natural with my same Ultra Brand Beauty blender. So for added highlighting, I'm using the Benefit High Beam highlighter. It's just like a liquid cream highlighter and I'm applying that to the high points of my cheeks, so my nose, my cheekbones, all that good stuff, and blending it in with my fingers. And then we are not doing any powder for this look because like I said, I want it to be dewy and all that fun stuff, so I'm using the Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray in an X motion and I'm just waving, like fanning off my face so that it will dry. For added color to my face, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Flushed palette and I'm taking the bronzer in here with a really precise brush, and then don't mind my insane contour. So I started off and I was going to try and go soft and then build it up, but it just ended up being super strong. So again, this is a Halloween tutorial, so don't be freaked out if your contour is not super, natural looking. Mine was a little bit crazy, but I thought it worked nicely with the rest of the tutorial. And I'm sorry my phone just buzzed if you could hear the vibrations. I'm also doing the temples of my face as well as my hairline, and again, it looks a little crazy, but I think it goes well with the tutorial. And then I'm using the highlighter in that same Urban Decay palette with the, I think this is the e.l.f. mineral powder brush, I want to say, and I'm just applying that to the high points of my face again, and then my nose and my forehead and all that good stuff. So now I'm using this Victoria Jackson like bronzer thing and it has a little brush built in, and honestly my mom gave it to me. She said she bought it from a school fundraiser one time, but I actually like it a lot. So basically it has this like really shimmery bronzing powder in it, and I just shake it into the brush like so and then apply it. I apply this basically all over my face for this certain look, but a lot of the times I'll just apply it as almost like a highlighter, and then I'll also apply it to my forehead if I'm just going for an everyday use. So now I'm filling in my eyebrows with my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I do this every day. I use the shade Naked 2 and a little angled brush and I just apply it into my eyebrows, and I actually have a zit in my eyebrows, so don't mind my face when I realize that. But anyways, just filling this in. I do this every single day for my eyebrows. So now comes the fun part. I'm taking my NYC Individualized palette and just taking the eyeshadow base in there, which is really good. And I'm just applying this onto my eyes. And just before I get into the other eye makeup, I just wanted to say this is in like super close-up HD compared to my other tutorials, so don't mind if something is not absolutely perfect in this tutorial. I just became so much more self-conscious about it. And then also, I apply that to my lower lash line because we're putting eyeshadow there. So the palette I'm using for this look is this Deluxe Shadow Box from Urban Decay, and it has 9 gorgeous eyeshadows, and it's only like $10 on Sephora right now, so I definitely recommend it. So the first eyeshadow I'm using in this palette is called Underground, and I'm applying that with a small fluffy brush onto my lid as well as working it into the crease just to kind of balance out the eyeshadow that we're going to be putting to our lower lash line, because if you don't do that then it looks a little bit crazy. So then I'm going to be taking this eyeshadow called Honey, and this is just a yellowy toned golden color, and I'm applying that to like the innermost segment of my lower lash line. And then I'm taking this green shade called Graffiti, and I'm applying that to the next little segment of my eyes and kind of blending it in with that shade that was called Honey, and I think this looks so pretty. And then I'm taking this blue shade called Peace, and I'm applying that to the outermost segment of my eye, and then again blending it in with the green. Now I'm taking this purple color called Fishnet, and I'm kind of pulling out my eye and making almost like a wing with the eyeshadow, and just winging it out, and then again blending it in with the blue, and you will see how this will work out with the overall look. So now I have a little optional step in case any of you are interested. I'm taking that same shade called Naked 2 from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and I'm just blending out the lower lash colors a little bit just because I thought it was a little crazy looking against my natural skin. So this is completely optional. It's really easy to skip this step. I just thought it looked a little nicer and more put together. So now I'm using a liquid eyeliner. This one is my favorite. It's the Stila Stay All Day, and I'm applying what started out as a thin line, but I made thicker. So I'm just starting out with the wing, and I think this is so easy because the eyeshadow is just like your guide. So you couldn't really see this very well, but I basically just applied a thin line of eyeliner, and then I ended up making it a little bit thicker just so that it kind of evened out with the really colorful eyeshadow that we put on the lower lash line, so it didn't look as imbalanced as it did. So now I'm taking my Rimmel Scandaleyes black eyeliner, which I love. It's so pigmented, and I'm just applying it to the lower waterline and the upper waterline, the tight line I mean. And yeah, just doing that. This is my favorite. I just think it looks a lot better than just no eyeliner at all with the liquid eyeliner. So I found these really gorgeous Ardell false eyelashes, but I could not use them because I didn't have any lash glue because I thought there was lash glue that came with it. So I just curled my eyelashes, and then I skipped my mascara showing you guys it because I take forever on it. So I just wanted to show you I used the CoverGirl Flamed Out, the Maybelline Cat Eyes Colossal, the L'Oreal False Fiber Mascara, and also the CoverGirl Lash Volume Lash Blast 1, in case you were wondering. And I thought all four of these looked really, really nice together and built a lot of volume. So I'm using this Pop Beauty crayon in the shade Fuchsia Flirt for my lips. Obviously, you could go with a nude color, and that might be a little bit easier. I just liked the brights, and then I'm using this Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in the shade Pink Pop, and I just really, really like the way that this makeup look turned out. I think it would obviously be a little bit easier if you wanted to go in with a nude lip. And then, but I just like the bright, and then I ended up kind of filling in my eyebrows, touching them up a little bit because they were a little crazy looking. So that is all for the whole makeup look, and now let's start with the hair. So for the hair, obviously there's different interpretations, but yeah, that's what we're going for. And so I have a lot of hair, and actually this is one tutorial where the less hair you have, the easier it's going to be. So if you have shorter hair, it's going to be easier for you. So I'm starting off just twisting my hair into the back of my head and only taking new hair from below this section of hair that I'm twisting together. So once I got to about the middle of the back of my head, I'm just going to be pinning that in place with a bobby pin, and then doing it the same way on the opposite side. And this works a little bit better if you have like a side part. You could do it with the middle part. I just think it looks a little nicer with the side parts. Then continuing, twisting that back to the back of my head, and then again taking the other section of hair. I'm just going to be twisting that all into one little section, and then I'm kind of twisting it up on like higher onto my head, and my cat just meowed, but twisting it up higher onto my head, so it almost looks like a horseshoe. That sounds like a weird kind of description of it, but you'll see at the end of this that I think it looks really, really nice. So I'm just twisting it around kind of onto itself, so I have what looks kind of like a horseshoe or an upside down U, if that helps you picture it a little bit better. So then I'm just using bobby pins to pin my hair into place. And then that is all for the finished makeup and the finished hair. Obviously, there's different interpretations of the hair. Some people will just leave it down, but I just thought this looked nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what other Halloween tutorials you want to see from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.